Just a quick update on transferring mom. I'm getting nervous. We went last Thursday. Was it Thursday? Yes, we went last Thursday. So I know it's not been that long. Today is Wednesday. So it'll be a week tomorrow. But they had talked about mom being transferred actually today. And I knew 9 times out of 10, if they give you a day, it's always a little bit longer. There's always hiccups and roadblocks and things like that. So I know that. I have not heard from anybody. I called my social worker with mom's hospice yesterday afternoon to let her know I had not heard from anyone. And she told me what little she knew and that she would check in with them and get back with me. And that was yesterday. And she didn't, but first thing this morning, because hospice is awesome, she sent me a note telling me she reached out to them, their main number, yesterday and never heard back anything. So she asked me for the contact of the admin that I had the tour with, who literally gave me her personal cell phone number, so that she could just reach out directly to her. So I did that this morning and have yet to hear anything, which means that my contact has reached out to them and her, the admin's personal number, and probably has not heard back from her. So I'm nervous. I want mom in a place that's quieter. That is just the biggest weight on my heart right now, is that I can't get mom to a quiet spot where she is no longer getting all kinds of involuntary stimulation from things that she doesn't understand and she doesn't want. I crave it. I have just about reached the point where I can no longer tolerate it. If mom doesn't get the transfer, I may be having a meeting, because this is just going too far and it's too much. So we'll see. We'll see what next step is. But yeah, I'm getting nervous. I can't believe I haven't heard anything. And I go out of town in a couple of days because my daughter is moving to Nashville. She got a job and she's moving to Nashville. So we kind of still have a lot on our plate, which is pretty much the way things go for me. But yeah, I would have loved to have had mom transferred over before, So anyway, prayers, guys. We need a covering on this. I mean, if she's not supposed to be there, then she's just not, and I'll have to deal with that and figure out what the path for mom is. But gosh, I thought this was going to be easy and smooth and quick, and so it's not quick. You know. Running out to my car for a quick update. So I still haven't heard from anybody. It's a week today since we toured the other facility, the one that we'd like to put mom in because it's closer to dad. And I think it'd be quieter for mom. You've heard all the things. I had spoken with the social... I can't think of the name of it right now. I am so beyond stressed right now. My daughter is moving to Nashville this Saturday. I got a call from my pharmacy because it's time to use the new copay card for my leukemia medicine, and it got declined, which it'll be fixed, but it's chaos. My doctor went to a new place, and so the pharmacy's different, and all of this at the same time. I get a call from mom's nursing home, and a care plan meeting has been scheduled for next week. So today, I've reached out to one of the hospice women that I had been talking to, who had come with me on that tour. And I've not heard back from her twice. And nobody from the facility that we toured last Thursday has called me. And today, I get a call from Mom's nursing home, and a care plan meeting has been scheduled, and everyone will be there. The hospice will be there. I tried to ask a few questions to find out if this had to do with the request of the transfer, and she did say something like it had something to do with it. I can't determine what's going on, but they're wanting to discuss. I get the feeling, I can't remember the exact words, but I get the feeling that possibly they're going to try to accommodate me and what I feel like Mom needs there, as opposed to Mom actually being transferred. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to tell me that they think it would be not in Mom's best interest to move her. So I really don't know what's going on. I don't know what this meeting's going to be about. I definitely feel like the transfer at this point at least has not gone through. I don't know if they feel like they need to talk to me before they can approve the transfer, or talk to the whole care plan group before they can approve a transfer. I don't know. If you guys know and can enlighten me a little bit, but yeah, between trying to get my baby girl up to Nashville, where she will probably live the rest of her life, if not in LA, trying to figure out how I'm going to get my Sprycel medicine, and now just wanting Mom in a place that fits her better, that's quieter. And instead, I am being rerouted to a care plan meeting, and nobody has updated me about that transfer. And even my hospice contact has not responded to me. So I'm getting nervous. If you guys have any hunches or have been through this before, feel free to enlighten me. This is not fun. Going to try to do a quick update. I did get more information last night. So, finally heard back from the hospice social worker. She kind of started her text by saying that she really wanted to make sure she had all her ducks in a row before she responded to me. So that's why I wasn't hearing from her. She was probably scrambling, trying to figure out just what was going on. I think I have figured out what was going on. Somewhere along the way, if y'all remember, they were talking about Mom possibly being taken out of memory care. And we all discussed it, and many of you recommended that Mom not be taken out of memory care. And I listened, and during that first care plan meeting, I actually expressed that while I knew they were considering it, I thought that maybe she would do better with the extra care you get in memory care. And that was really the last it was ever discussed. I never knew anything else. So we go to hospice, to the social worker, and she's precious, and we're discussing nursing homes, and she kind of went to the Mom not being in memory care. And at this point, I was fine with it. When we went to the nursing home that I requested she be transferred to, it was talked about how she would be closer to the nurse's station, and so I really thought this would work well. Well, I think all the silence, the fact that I was ghosted for days, was the confusion when this new nursing home sends in the paperwork for Mom to be transferred, and they have her in a regular room. And Mom's nursing home is basically like, we're not okay with that. She's not a candidate to be outside of memory care, which I officially didn't know. But as I'm reading all of this, I'm starting to figure out that maybe there were some assumptions that were taken by me and by hospice, that Mom was a candidate to be outside of memory care. And the reasons that were given to me in that text by the social worker was Mom's agitation and frustration, and a couple of other words. Basically, that Mom is not, and we all know it. You guys know it. I know you love her. My mom doesn't put up with anything. She's abusive verbally. She's agitated easily. She understands nothing. She stiffens. She fights. She will not allow them to easily manipulate her in any way, shape, or form. And from what I'm getting from the social worker, their interaction with Mom, which has literally only been less than 2 months, has been pleasant, because mom can smile and be pleasant with somebody if they're there for a short time. It's just short-lived. So I can see where they thought mom was a candidate to be outside of memory care, but honestly, she's not. And I get that. I really do. I'm heartbroken because I don't think there's a spot at that nursing home in memory care. I'll find out more in this care plan meeting. My big question to everybody today is, should I reach out to an ombudsman? Is it time? Do I wait until after the care plan meeting? The main thing I think I'm going to really bring up in this care plan meeting is I want mom away from all the noise. I want a quiet place for her. They're blaming all this agitation and frustration and mom's outburst on her dementia. And while some of that may well be true, I believe it is triggered by the TVs everywhere, as I know all of you do. And I have tried to be kind about it and understanding and weigh the odds of moving her to a room where somebody would be less in tune than her roommate is now. But I am ready to give that a go. I want mom away from the noise. And so that's going to be my focus, to see if they'll work with me on that and getting mom to a quieter spot. They did talk about that mom's room is literally right across the hall from that main area where the staff is, and that is a benefit for mom, given that she needs to be eyeballed every once in a while to make sure that she's doing okay. So they're probably going to fight me on wanting to move mom away from that TV. So I don't know if I should get an ombudsman now, or if I should just contact them and just talk it out and see. So yeah, help me, guys. I really want to have my ducks in a row by Wednesday. And so, yeah, I'll take all the advice. Anything you know. This is crazy. It's always something, Y'all have a good day. I don't know if I have enough time to really give a quick update. I am waiting in a parking lot for dinner with my sister-in-laws. I did reach out to the ombudsman for my parish today, and we spoke for quite some time. She's going to come to the meeting on Wednesday with us, and that's good. It's hard, it's hard to fill in somebody on all that has happened with mom so that she kind of understands what she's walking into. I tried to talk to her about everything from mom having the stroke, to mom getting kicked out of her first nursing home, to spending a month in a hospital trying to find another nursing home that would take her. Just more or less trying to make sure she kind of understands where we're at. And then I explained everything that happened recently. Her mindset seems to be that we would request a private room for mom in her facility that she's in right now as a trial to see how she would do when we diminish all of that noise that's around her that seems to trigger her so many times. I don't know if a room's available. I don't even know why Sterling has called this meeting. So they could end up saying things to us or presenting something to us that I've not even thought of. Or they could have, a substantial roadblock that makes us have to kind of recoil and rethink how we want to move forward. So for now, the ombudsman will come with us. She will be at this meeting. And we will, if there's no surprises, we will put on the table the possibility of mom going into a private room outside of memory care and us testing that to see how she does there. That's the only thing I can come up with right now. So, but yeah, so we have an ombudsman. That's a hard word to say. So I feel better about that.